Welcome to iPad Screencast with me, Nicholas Hill from itidiots.com. In this episode we're going to take a look at an old classic which originally appeared on the iPhone a couple of years ago and which has now been reworked for the iPad in higher resolution, and it's Flight Control. It's a classic game whereby you're in charge of a number of different aircraft and helicopters which travel at varying different speeds and need controlling and directing into various different runways. Now the idea is to keep them in the air, guiding them through to a safe landing and ensure that they don't collide. Sounds easy. As the game goes on it gets more and more frenetic, so let's jump in and take a look. Okay, so as I said, Flight Control from Firemint is a game that's been reworked for the iPad. We can see it here in the iTunes store. It's £2.99, so it is obviously, we're finding that these games are more expensive where they've been reworked for the iPad, but I guess there's more work that goes into them. They create and produce a better experience, so I guess they're entitled to charge a bit more money, and at £2.99 it sounds pretty reasonable and cheap to me for something that's, I think, going to give you quite a lot of fun. So we can take a look that it's already started to get pretty good reviews, an average of 4 out of 5. Great game. Harbour Master in the Sky. Now this did come out before Harbour Master, a must-have. So yep, we can see that it's. I agree with this. A pretty well-reviewed app and a pretty well-written app. So let's go and take a look at it. If I come out of there and let's fire up Flight Control. So it loads up pretty quickly. And as you can see, the graphics have got a sort of a 50s style solid drawing to them. They look fantastic. I think it's been really well put together in terms of the layout and the presentation. So this is what you get when you first come into the game. So we're going to take a look at the tutorial, which will explain in a few easy steps quite how easy the game is. So you touch a plane and drag its flight path to a runway, so that'll give it a landing coordinates. Direct aircraft to their designated landing zones of the same colour, so you can see the blue helicopters got to go to the helipad and the red planes to their landing strips. Aircraft will turn white on approach to landing, and watch out for proximity warnings and redirection of aircraft to avoid collisions. And we've got the fast forward when things are a bit slow. So let's go and take a look at some of the options that we actually get in the game. So some of the options are that that didn't quite work because I haven't actually got any music on this iPad at the moment, but what you can actually do is you can select a different track to listen to whilst the game is playing. We've also got the ability to, if we go and have a look in here, we've got multiplayer options, so we can play 2-player on a single iPad, or we can play iPad to iPad, and as it says here, play with a friend and share control duties, land aircraft of your colour and pass others off the screen. So that's going to work wirelessly, and so that looks quite good. I've not actually had a go at playing that yet, but maybe I will get a chance. Okay, so let's actually jump in and have a go. So what you can see here is that we've got a red landing strip, a yellow landing strip, a blue helicopter landing pad, a blue runway and a green runway. So we've got a red plane that's now entered onto the screen. So what you can see I can do is I can, by dragging my finger, create a flight path for it, and that plane will follow that flight path. So if I take this plane and I give that a flight path, we can see that they're turning white as we set a trajectory for them. So this one I'll bring down and I'll follow that one through, make that nice and clean. So this blue plane, I'm now going to take this and give that a flight path. Got a yellow plane coming in here. Now you see it's, just take this blue one. Now you saw those two came in within a proximity of one another, so we got a warning, and that sort of highlighted on the screen so we could see that another plane was coming into the same sort of proximity area of the first one. You can see we're adding more and more planes on their paths and flight trajectories. And as you can see, as I play this, it does get more and more busy. More and more planes are coming in. And as the game goes on, we get planes of different speeds, so that they will land faster on certain runways than others. That'll need to be allowed for. Now what we can do is we can speed this up, so this is going to go double speed time. Okay, so we've got a blue plane there. I'm playing this double speed at the moment. So okay, we've got a proximity warning, but I think they're going to clear each other okay. That needs avoiding. So there we go, I saved a collision there. Now you can pass over a runway, because obviously the idea is that the plane's flying, whereas on the runway it would have touched down. In the real world probably a little dangerous, but in this game it works okay. When we get a proximity warning, it does take it out of fast forward play and give us an opportunity to deal with that. So we saw that, let's just speed that back up again. Okay, so I think you can basically see what happens when it gets busier and busier. So let's see what happens if we set two planes on the same trajectory. We've got multiples, and at some point when they get close enough, the two planes collide, and that's when the game ends. So you can see I landed 19 aircraft, and to date my best score is 66. And that's it. That's essentially flight control for the iPad. I think you'll actually find that it's a pretty good game, and certainly if you've got a few minutes that you want to be able to kill at any one time, I find it's a pretty good favourite that I come back to again and again on both the iPhone and now the iPad. So until next time, cheers.